Hey YouTube, and welcome back to another Collector Tie anime figure review video. Today I have something really special to show you, which is Oniri Creations' Metalic variant of their Unit 2 first appearance statue. I think it's pretty easy to tell even from jump that this thing is an absolute unit, pun intended. The way this statue had me gobsmacked the second I laid eyes on it, I don't even have the words to describe it. The metallic paint they use is so fine, I was afraid to touch it. I thought that if I touched it, it would mess it up and smudge it, let alone the nervousness I was feeling whenever I was putting it together and didn't want to break anything. The metallic paint adds such an amazing effect, I feel like I have like a real-life robot sitting in front of me. The level of detail has almost blown my mind. The way all the pieces look like they've been put together on a real robot is just perfect. I think it can be really difficult for companies to recreate robotic characters because they can look so stiff or awkward, but this figure looks so natural. I think something that really helps it out in this regard is how dynamic the base is. Seeing that water splashing really adds impact to the Eva landing on it and looking like it's still in motion. And speaking of the base, Oniri spared no details in getting it just right. The water effects look incredible. It almost looks like they sculpted it out of glass or ice to me. The detail of the foot impact on the base here makes it seem like someone at Oniri took the time to work out the physics of how much force would have been put on this aircraft carrier whenever the Eva landed. The way that Oniri plays with scale on this statue is a lot of fun too. The way this little airplane scales with the aircraft carrier with the even bigger Eva gives us a sense of how large it would be if the Eva was here in person for real. I got this statue in a few weeks ago, and I'm still so obsessed every time I look at it. I was hoping to put this video up as part of an end of the year kind of celebration, but I'm now recording this at the beginning of 2022, and I'm still just as excited as the day that this thing came in. Here I just wanted to show off the box that this thing came in. It kind of feels like you're getting a package straight from Nerve headquarters. And this version was part of a very limited run, I think out of 150 units versus the normal version, which I think was about 1,000. I think the inclusion of the cloak as a set piece was such a good idea. It helps give the statue a bit of a backdrop, which is hard to do with something so large without it making it look bulkier than it already is. And it's so detailed, it really shows that Oniri puts a lot of thought into the intricacies of the products that they put out. It's also really cool to me to see how young companies like Oniri have grown over the years. I also have the Light and Ryuk Death Note statue that they put out a couple years ago, and while I love it and it's still one of my favorite pieces in my collection, if I put it side by side with this Eva 02 unit, I could definitely tell the difference and see just how they've refined the details in their productions. It makes me really excited to see what they'll license next. I was trying to ask myself what they could have done differently with this to make it better, and honestly, I just can't come up with anything. And since I've spent pretty much this whole time gushing about it, I'd be interested to hear down in the comments if you've noticed anything that maybe seems off about Eva Unit 2. I think my favorite thing about this statue is just what a tribute it feels like it pays to the original Evangelion anime. I'm such a big fan of the original anime that I'll never forget that scene when Asuka drops from the sky to show Shinji what an Eva pilot's really all about. Then it got me thinking about other iconic Evangelion scenes, and I think if I could pick one other one for them to make a statue of, it would be the episode where Shinji and Asuka have to synchronize their Evas to defeat the Angel. But that's probably a wish for 2025. Until then, I'm going to be more than content with this metallic version of Eva Unit 2, and this is going to bring us to the end of another Collector Tie video. As always, I want to say thank you to everybody who watched the video and made it this far. If you enjoyed it, I would love it if you left a like, and even more if you subscribe to my channel for future videos. I hope to see you more in 2022.